36th District Court is now in session with the Honorable Judge Marlena E. Taylor presiding. During these proceedings, there is no eating, no sleeping, no lying down, no wearing of any head garments except for religious purposes. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Thank you very much. Ryan Walker. Unmute yourself for me, sir. All right. Now calling the matter of the people versus Ryan Philip Walker. This is ticket SP 155-1241. One count, no insurance misdemeanor. Count two, expired plates. I also have cases number SP 1549424. Count one, no proof of insurance. Count two, expired plates. Count two, equipment violation, improper or unauthorized. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning. For the record, Melissa Vinek, P53750, appearing on behalf of Ryan Philip Walker. Mr. Walker, will you please state your full name for the record?
Ryan Philip Walker.
Thank you. Your Honor, today is a date scheduled for a pretrial hearing on the first two counts that you mentioned. I believe that the other three matters originally were not on the docket. I'm not sure if you mentioned the last two with the same case number. There should have been three different case numbers.
Right.
They were not originally all on the docket for this morning. However, they have now all been consolidated to today's date. Your Honor, Mr. Walker did tender appropriate documents, reviewed them. They are for the vehicle in question, which would have been a 2019 Jeep. All of the documents are valid. And at this time, Your Honor, discuss this matter with the city attorney, requesting a dismissal on these matters.
What about the equipment violation? That was corrected as well?
That, Your Honor, I have discussed with the city attorney. City attorney has recommended a dismissal and we have no objection to that.
All right. All right, being that the court is going to grant that request, I'll dismiss these matters without prejudice. Sir, it's imperative that you keep everything valid, up to date, and in your vehicle at all times. You got stopped like 7 days apart, so that means that they were checking. You got to make sure you keep everything together, okay? All right, there's nothing further.
Thank you,
Walker,
Your Honor. And there were three case numbers for the second count. Is that correct? For some reason,
yes,
it sounded like they were.
Yes. I called all three of them. I may not have called the numbers, but I called all three of them.
Fabulous. Thank you.
All right, no problem. All right, have a good day, sir. All right, Demetrius Warren.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you now. Now calling the matter of the people versus Demetrius Warren. This is V ticket 105390. Count one, operating as a food service establishment restaurant without a license. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Alan Soroki, P37441, appearing on behalf of the defendant. What's your name for the record, sir?
Demetrius Warren.
Your Honor, Mr. Warren, today's a pretrial. Mr. Warren has a ticket for no food establishment license, and he has applied for the license and paid for it. He's waiting for the license, so we're requesting that this matter be adjourned for another pretrial to give him time for the city to provide him his license.
Now, is he gonna have to show this to a worker, or is he just gonna be able to show it to Prosecutor Mason? Do I need to do it as a bench trial or a pretrial to make sure we can resolve it next time? That's what I'm really asking, Attorney Soroki.
Pretrial, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. I'll set it for a pretrial on the date of July 29th at 8:30 a.m. I'll set your bond at $0 personal. Next time, though, sir, you're gonna have to either plead or set it for a bench trial so that we can try and keep it moving, okay?
All right.
All right, cool. All right, if there's nothing further, bond will continue at $0. I'll see you July 29th, okay?
All right. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome, sir. Have a great day.
You too.
I will. Frederica Wade.
Yes.
All right, now calling the matter of the people versus Frederica Wade. This is ticket SP 1561643. Count one, allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. Count two, no insurance misdemeanor. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning. Melissa Vinek, P53750, appearing on behalf of Frederica Wade. Ms. Wade, will you please state your full name for the record?
Yes, Frederica Wade.
Thank you. Your Honor, today's matters are set for a pretrial. Discuss the matter both with the city attorney as well as with Ms. Wade. Ms. Wade does understand her trial rights. At this time, there is a resolution, and that the resolution is that Ms. Wade will be tendering a plea on ticket ending in 16431 to a 3-month delayed sentence pursuant to that.
All right, do you want to take advantage of that offer? Please raise your right hand, ma'am. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. Did you have a chance to talk to an attorney, that have been Attorney Vinek, about your case and about your rights?
Yes.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything outside what's been stated today on this record in exchange for a plea?
No.
Are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty, ma'am?
Yes.
And do you understand that by taking this guilty plea, you're going to give up the rights that you had to have a bench or a jury trial in these matters? You understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
Understanding all of this, did you still want to move forward today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I want to take your attention back to the date of March 7th of 2024. Did you own a Chevy vehicle, ma'am?
Yes.
And did you allow someone who was unlicensed to drive that vehicle?
Yes.
All right, satisfied, counsel?
Satisfied, Your Honor, yes.
Thank you. Stipulation for, oh, will you stipulate that it was in the area of West Chicago and Prairie in the city of Detroit?
Yes. West Chicago. Yes, I believe so. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Counsel, stipulation for probable cause on the count to be dismissed?
So stipulate, Your Honor.
All right, so at this time, the court's going to enter a plea to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive under a 3-month delayed sentence. Okay, what that mean? Who did you let drive your car, Ms. Wade?
My boyfriend.
It's always the boyfriend. Now y'all know they don't be having stuff up to date. Stop. I know y'all be just drive it, baby. Listen, no, because then you get in trouble. Mr. Williams, stop laughing at me. You get in trouble, okay? So you don't want that, okay? All right, so today I'm gonna be easy. I'm gonna be easy today. I'm gonna give $100 fine that you need to have paid in 3 months, okay?
Yeah.
Don't do that again, okay?
Yes.
And you come back for your review on August the 5th, 2024 at 8:30. As long as you have my fine paid and you don't have no new tickets, then I'll dismiss this case, okay? New ticket like this, okay? No more allowing, okay?
Yes.
All right. If there's nothing further, you are all set, Ms. Wade. You have a great rest of your day, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. You too.
I will. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm gonna do Chandra Walton next. Ms. Walton. Yep, you unmute. Let me get you to unmute. You got it, ma'am.
I'm here.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Now calling the matter of the people versus Chandra Kalia Walton. This is ticket SP 1561460, one count driving while license expired. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel.
For the record, Your Honor, Melissa Vinek, P53750, appearing on behalf of Chandra Walton. Ms. Walton, will you please state your full name for the record?
Chandra Kalia Walton.
Thank you. Your Honor, today's matter is set for a retrial. Your Honor, Ms. Walton's license is valid. We've checked it out through the Secretary of State. As such, Your Honor, we're requesting dismissal of this matter.
This time the court's gonna request, I'm going to grant that request. I'm going to dismiss this ticket because her license is valid. Ma'am, that same day you received the ticket, but you paid it. Next time when you have a court date, just come because you got a couple of points for that. We could have tried to see if they will reduce the point amount so that it could be lower, okay? So Ms. Walton, I don't want you to get any more tickets, but if you do next time and it's a civil infraction, I know it says pay it, but just come to court so we can try and see what we can do, okay?
Okay, I also want to say I did take the driver responsibility course. Will that make the difference in the point?
It will with the Secretary of State's office, like they view it in a certain light, in a certain way, but not for my
Okay,
purpose. Next time, Ms. Walton, just make
gotcha.
sure that you just come when you have the date like you did, and then we'll get you all
Mhm.
squared away. That way we can try and see if we can at least do something a little less for you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Because what it affects is your insurance most of the time, so, okay. All right.
Okay, okay. Thank you
Just
so
remember
much.
that. No more tickets, but if you do, remember that tip, okay?
Will do.
All
Thanks
right. All right,
again.
you're welcome. If there's nothing further, you're all set, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Okay. Jadon Washington,
How you doing, Your Honor?
I'm fine. How about yourself today?
I'm doing good.
Okay. Now calling the matter of the people versus Jadon Torian Washington. This is ticket SP 1322047. Count one, drove while license suspended. Count two, no insurance misdemeanor. Count three, expired plates. Ticket SP 1322117. Count one, drove while license suspended. Count two, expired plates. Count three, no insurance misdemeanor. Ticket SP 1354398. Count one, drove while license suspended. Count two, no insurance misdemeanor, and ticket number SP 1245106. Count one, count two, no insurance misdemeanor, and count three, drove while license not valid or improper. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Yes, Alan Soroki, P37441, appearing on behalf of the defendant. What's your name for the record, sir?
Jadon Washington.
Yes, Your Honor. Defendant waives formal reading and stands mute as to all charges.
All right, this time the court's going to enter a plea of not guilty on behalf of your client. How do you wish to proceed today, counsel?
Yes, defendant wishes to set these matters for pretrial.
All right. All right. I'll set these matters for pretrial on the date of July 29th, July 29th at 8:30 a.m. I'll set his bond at $0 personal. I do see that you have some payment arrangements. Keep paying on those tickets, Mr. Washington. That means you're really trying to handle stuff, but you got to keep
Yeah.
paying on them so you can get everything in order, okay?
Yeah, I will make sure I keep that in order.
Yep. Okay. I see you making some efforts, so we can postpone it a little bit, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Hold on 1 second, everyone. All right. Thank you all for your patience. Mr. Ward, I'm gonna put you into a breakout room so that you can talk to an attorney. As soon as we get a moment, I'm gonna have someone come in there and talk to you, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna put you in breakout room number 3. And then just be patient. We don't have too many folks today, so it shouldn't be a long time, okay?
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna continue on. Mr. Washington, you're all set. I'll see you on July 29th, okay? July 29th, sir.
Okay, Your Honor.
All right. Donald Williams. Mr. Williams. Now that's the best place you can find to put this camera in.
Yeah, it was quiet.
Okay, I'll give you that much. Thank you. Now calling the matter of the people versus Donald. Is this Shawan?
Yes, ma'am.
Sean? Or is it
Shawan.
Shawan? Shawan Williams? I like that. I've never seen that before. Ticket number SP 1238496. Count 1, open alcohol motor vehicle driver. Count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Count 3, city parks closed. I also have some tickets in default. I don't know if she talked to you about those.
Thank you.
Drove on shoulder pass, traffic, and improper lane usage. Also have ticket number, that's ticket SP 1511944, counts 2 and 3. Ticket SP 1511945, count 1, loud music from a motor vehicle, count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
As Your Honor, for the record, Melissa Vinek, P53750, appearing on behalf of Donald Williams. Mr. Williams, will you please state your full name for the record?
Wood.
Thank you. The 5 matters, Your Honor, that are on the docket for this morning are here for an arraignment on the bench warrant. As for the bench warrant to please be set aside, we stand mute to the charges and ask for a not guilty plea to be entered on behalf of Donald Williams. Your Honor, the other 2 matters that were in default, I have not yet discussed those matters yet with Mr. Williams. If you'd like to pass the matter, I can discuss this. I have a resolution on the first 5 counts.
Okay. Do you want to handle those other tickets, sir, or do you want them to remain in default?
Default. I guess I can stay default to further notice.
Okay. All right. I don't know if I know improper lane usage and drove on shoulder both have points. Let me see.
Is Miss Mason still here?
Yeah, she's still here.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. You know, it makes for a little bit longer, but I want to say the improper lane usage is.
Anybody need me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna need you in a moment. I have someone who
Okay.
has 2 tickets in default. It's an improper passing, which is 3 points, sir. Ooh. And improper lane usage. You don't want all those points. Let's see what we can do.
As it is.
I know,
Okay, on the
it's frustrating.
improper lane use is 2 points. Improper passing is 3. My offer is plead straight up on the improper lane use. I'll dismiss the improper passing.
Okay. You hear that, sir? So on the drove on the shoulder pass through traffic on expressway, that'll be dismissed if you just plead to the improper lane use, and then whatever else the rest of the offer was. You want to take advantage of that today?
Yeah, I'll plead to it.
Okay. Attorney, what was the rest of the offer for today?
Yes, Your Honor. The rest of the offer is that on ticket ending in 4961, that would be amended down to an open alcohol vehicle as a passenger. And in addition to that, the ticket ending in 945, count 1, the loudspeaker would be pursuant to a 3-month delayed sentence.
All right. You want to take advantage of that offer today? Please raise your right hand, sir. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Okay, you can put your hand down, sir. Did you have a chance to talk to an attorney about your case and about your rights? You have to answer yes or no. I have someone recording it for me, okay, Mr. Williams? I know it can be nerve-wracking, but you just gotta answer for me, okay, out loud, okay? All right. You said yes, though you had an opportunity to talk to the attorney.
Yes.
All right. Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything outside of what we stated today? We're gonna reduce some of the tickets and you're gonna plead to one, get rid of some in exchange for a plea?
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. Yes.
Okay. No one threatened you though, or promised you or forced you? Okay. No, you got to answer verbally. I can see you and we can all see you, but it's a record being taken. So say no.
And I can't hear you.
Okay.
Sorry, no, I wasn't threatening or anything.
Oh, all right. Are you pleading guilty of your own choice?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yeah.
And do you understand that by taking this guilty plea, that you're going to give up the rights that you had to have a bench or a jury trial in any of these matters? You understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Understanding all of this, did you still want to move forward today?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to take your attention back to the date of April 10th of 2022. Were you driving a Chevy vehicle in the area of 23rd Street in the city of Detroit?
Yeah.
And while you were driving that vehicle, was there open alcohol in that motor vehicle? Well, you were in the vehicle. You weren't driving it because it was at a city park.
Moved or anything at the time, but yes, it was open alcohol in my vehicle.
Okay. And we missed a part of it because when I was speaking, it cut you off. So just state what you stated again, sir.
I said no, I was at the park, yes, and in the motor vehicle, but as far as driving, no. But it was open alcohol.
All right, and there's open alcohol. And then I want to take your attention to the date of October 19th of 2023. Were you in a Ford vehicle in the area of Greenfield and West Chicago in the city of Detroit?
Ma'am.
And was there loud music playing from that vehicle that day, sir?
It was loud after the police pulled off, yes. But I guess
you said it was loud when the police pulled off.
They end up coming back.
That's right. It's loud music. You're gonna turn it up after the police leave it loud enough that they can hear you. All right, stipulate to the four corners of the ticket to establish a factual basis for the other ticket. Is that correct, Attorney Bynum?
Yes, Your Honor. So satisfied, Your Honor.
So the court is satisfied. Stipulation for probable cause on the remaining counts to be dismissed.
Thank you.
All right. So at this time, the court's going to enter a plea to the reduced charge, open alcohol from a motor vehicle passenger, one count of improper lane usage, and then 3 month delayed on the loud music. Mr. Williams, you gonna say something? Yeah, it wasn't loud till they pulled up. So after the police done stopped you and they ain't got nothing on you, you gonna be like, and I'm gonna put on my music. You better not have putting on nothing, no NWA on that piece. And then they drove back around because
it wasn't even. I guess they would call it an improper use because I seen them, and then there was another sitting in the lane. The light was already green. I was in the lane behind that car. The car hadn't moved yet, so of course I did signal myself to get over, past them, over into my lane. And I guess they seen it as I guess an improper lane usage. But, I use my signals. Definitely do.
It's all right. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. It's some late fees on that improper lane usage. I'm gonna have those taken off. And the improper lane use ticket is, I don't know what it is without the fees. Let me see.
Is it
looks like it's the 105. Oh no, it's 126 to 5. Is that what?
Go with DSP. Hit DSP.
DSP?
DSP.
I don't know if I can see any of that stuff. I'm not authorized to use that section. It is SP 1511944, count 3. Yeah, the late fee of $21. Okay, so it should be really 105. Okay, so that ticket is $105. And for my open alcohol, I charge $250 for that ticket. I'm gonna do $200 today though. And $105. Typically with civil infractions, you have 14 days to pay.
Okay.
But I'm gonna have everything need to be paid by the time you come back for this 3-month delay sentence on a loud music ticket. All right? So I'm gonna waive those costs and fines, but you need to have that $305 paid by the time you come back to see me for the loud music ticket in order for me to close it out for you, for me to dismiss it, okay?
I go to 36, right?
Yep, you can come to 36 to pay it. And you have until August 5th of 2024 to pay that $305. As long as you pay that $305, then I'll dismiss the loud music from a motor vehicle ticket, okay? Okay,
Is it-
cool.
I can take a class for my points.
So you can go to the Secretary of State's office and they'll help you with that. To try and help you with the points and seeing if you could do like a better driver's class if you never taken one, to try and get those taken care of, Mr. Williams, okay?
That's fine.
Okay, all right. Other than that, come see me on August 5th, 2024. Have that amount paid so I can dismiss. The only one that will be dismissed that day, because we're gonna dismiss the ones that can be today, but the only one that's dismissed on that day is that loud music ticket, okay? All right, Mr. Williams, good luck to you. You all right with me? I can tell you like, I'm trying to handle this, but you all right. You doing what you're supposed to do. I promise it'll all come together at the end, okay?
Fifth, at what time?
At 8:30 a.m., okay?
There'll be another Zoom call as well.
Yep, another Zoom. Yep, you don't have to come in person for those, okay?
Will it be a new number to join in or?
Nope, the same number. Come back and see me. Hopefully, Lord willing, I'll be here, okay?
I'll make sure I come see you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Williams. I appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, have a good day.
You as well.
All right, thank you, sir. All right. Richard White, I'm sorry. Let me help you unmute yourself.
Yes.
All right, now calling the matter. I can hear you, sir. Now calling the matter of the people versus Richard Lee White Jr. This is ticket SP 1536747. Count 1, speeding. I think I put this on my docket. Speeding 16 to 20 miles over posted speed. Count 2, drove while license suspended. Count 3, no insurance misdemeanor. I also have ticket number SP 1129540, drove while license not valid or improper. And ticket SP 1149507, count 1, drove while license suspended. Count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Count 3, drive unregistered untitled motor vehicle. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Yes, Alan Soroki, P37441, appear on behalf of the defendant. What's your name for the record, sir?
Richard Lee White Jr.
Your Honor, Mr. Whitehead told me that he only has the 3 tickets up today there under Richard Lee White Jr. I asked him if he had more than three tickets or 7.
You're right. You're right. It does say junior on the ticket. However, they use the same. It's the same license number. Junior. The other case that is just Richard Lee White is a 2020 case, but it has his license number. All these tickets have his license number on them.
Make sure that you have.
Mhm. Okay, so I don't know what he wants me to do. They all have his license number on here.
Okay,
Just hand-
Your
I
Honor,
don't.
defendant wishes to he was going to request a pretrial, another pretrial to go get his driver's license and come back to reduce the number of tickets and counts. But if that's not, the court doesn't want to give him another pretrial, he'll request a trial by judge to give him time to get his license and come back and address these tickets.
Now, let me ask this, Mr. White. You know you have all of these tickets, right? It's I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tickets, plus you have 2 tickets in collections, it looks like. You know that, right?
Yeah, I believe.
Okay.
I know I have some past tickets from before.
Okay. So what do you want to do? You want to have one? I'll give you one more pretrial, or do you want a bench trial? It's up to you, Mr. White.
I guess the pre-trial.
Okay. All right. I'll have you come back then on July 29th. July 29th, Mr. White. Because you gotta make a decision at that point, okay?
Okay.
All right. If there's nothing further, I'll see you for July 29th at 8:30 a.m., okay?
Okay.
All right. If there's nothing further, you're all set, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day, okay, sir?
You too.
I will, thank you. Sarah Williams. Is this your
Yes.
client, Attorney Soroki?
Yes, Your
Okay.
Honor.
Attorney Vinek. Oh, did she go in there and talk to him? Thanks. Oh, rocks. Okay. I had to make sure something was taking place. Now calling the matters of the people versus, oh, she has some older tickets. Do you know about those, Attorney Saranic?
Soroki. Well, she has the
I'm
7
sorry.
tickets on. It's okay. The 7 tickets are on the docket. 6 of
Oh,
them are
cool.
being dismissed. And I wasn't aware of any other tickets, but that's a
I
good
just
start.
No, that's it. You got the 7 tickets. That's it. All right. Thank you, Attorney. I don't mix your name and her name together. My goodness. All right. Now calling the matter of the people versus Sarah Elizabeth Williams. This is ticket SP 1536400. Sorry again for calling your wrong name, Attorney. This is count 1, tinted windows. Count 2, dirty, obscure, improperly displayed plates. Count 3, driver's license expired. Ticket SP 776713. Count 1, improper plates. Count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Count 3, drive unregistered untitled motor vehicle. And ticket number SP 776792. Count 1, failed to display a valid operator's license. May I have appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please?
Yes, Alan Soroki, P37441, appearing on behalf of the defendant. What's your name for the record, ma'am?
Sarah Elizabeth Williams.
All right. How are we moving forward today, counsel?
Your Honor, defendant has valid documents as to a driver's license and a registration. The only remaining, the prosecutor is dismissing on all tickets except the no insurance misdemeanor, which will be reduced to improper plates.
All right. If that's the case, please raise your right hand, ma'am. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. Did you have a chance to talk to an attorney about your case and about your rights?
Yes, I did.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a plea today?
No, they didn't.
Are you pleading guilty of your own choice?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
Do you understand that by taking this guilty plea, that you're going to give up the rights that you had to have a bench or a jury trial in these matters? You understand that?
Yes.
Understanding all of this, did you still want to move forward today?
Yes, I do.
All right, I want to take your attention back to the date of November 27th of 2017. Were you driving a Oldsmobile vehicle in the area of Joy and Homer Streets? That's HOLMUR Street in the city of Detroit?
Yes, I was.
Are you driving that vehicle? Did it not have any car insurance on it at the time?
No, it didn't.
All right, satisfied, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
Stipulation for probable cause on the remaining counts to be dismissed?
Yes, Your Honor.
So at this time, the court's going to enter a plea to the reduced charge, improper plates. The remaining counts will be dismissed. Ma'am, my fine is $200 How long will that take you to pay? 30 or 60 days?
Can I have 60 days?
Yes, you may have 60 days. That brings us to July 3rd. Is that gonna be enough time for you, ma'am?
Yes.
All right, July 3rd is when the payment will be due by, okay?
Okay, I just come down to 36 District Court and pay it.
You can, or you can go online to 36districtcourt.org. Either way.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. All right. If there's nothing further, Miss Williams, you enjoy the rest of your day, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. All right. Phone number ending in 6220. What's your name? I muted you. Press *6. Six two two zero. I'll keep moving. All right. Let me have this file. It's 11 o'clock. Attorney Vinek, you talked to Mr. Ward?
Yes, Your Honor, ready on Mr. Ward.
Okay. Let me see if I'm ready.
Oh, no, because I have.
What happened to him?
Here I go, Your Honor.
Okay.
I know, and you're gonna sit up too for me, aren't you? Just like you were in the real courtroom.
Oh,
Mr. Ward, what's your date of birth?
11/29/75.
Okay, your son got a lot of tickets as well, just so you know. And they all were put in your file. Let me get it together.
I already let him know to go down there.
Okay, so I got to give me 1 minute to get yours together because they mixed it because y'all had the same exact name. Hold on. Miss Wright. Thank you, Mary.
Yes, I'm here.
All right. Now calling the matter of the people versus Nakia Tajanique.
Nakaya Tajani, yes.
Nakia Tajanique. Right. This is ticket number SP 1560617, count 1, no insurance misdemeanor. Count 2, failed to immediately disclose to officer that he or she is carrying a weapon. Also, I have a warrant status ticket number SP 15470-832, no insurance misdemeanor. Ticket SX 419793331, 1 count motor vehicle operate without security. In default, I have tickets number SP 1547083, count 1, registration and/or plate violation. Ticket SX 419793333, violation of the basic speed law and/or drove in just violation of the basic speed law. And then count 2 of that same ticket is expired plates. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Alan Soroki, P37441, appearing on behalf of the defendant. What's your name for the record, ma'am?
Nakaya, right?
Your Honor, I was only prepared for the 2 tickets that are on the docket and not all the other tickets, but we have for these, we have a good resolution at this time. I don't know if the court wants to meet again an offer on the rest of which tickets you're gonna bring out of default.
That's if she wants to handle it or not.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Yes, let's try and get her a global resolution to handle everything. All right. So the tickets were from February that she missed, February 4th, and then last year, over a year ago. Tickets. I'm gonna give you all the tickets. You ready, Attorney Soroki?
Let me write them down here. Thank you. Yes.
Okay. So I have a no insurance, a registration and/or plate violation.
Okay.
No, it was operate without security, but no insurance.
Okay.
Expired plates, and then basic speed law violation. It says Let me see, sometimes they tell me the speed. No, they don't. Okay, just violation of basic speed law.
Okay, and the no insurance, is a state, the second one's a state matter, it sounds like. Failure to
I was
have,
gonna say, all three of those tickets are state matters, so I'll offer her on these impeding traffic for the violation of the state for that one.
okay, so when you say all three, the last three or the first three?
The last three, so the one that
Okay.
is operating
Okay.
without security and the expired plates.
And I have that, yes, and
I
I have-
offer, those are state tickets. I'll do impeding traffic for you.
impeding on one?
Just on one, I'll dismiss the other two counts.
Okay, and then I'll have to get an offer on the no insurance and no registration from the city attorney.
Okay. That way
Thank
she
you.
don't end up with points for those tickets. Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Of course. All right, Ms. Wright, I'm gonna put you back in a room so that he can talk to you after he talks to the city attorney, so we can try and get everything resolved today, so you can be all
Okay.
set, okay? All right.
Okay,
cool.
thank you.
You're very welcome, okay? We just pull everything so we make sure we take care of y'all, so you don't have to keep coming back and forth.
In
Okay.
breakout room number 1, Attorney Soroki. This is the city.
Okay, great.
All right, I'm ready on Mr. Ward now. He just has 2 tickets and some tickets and collection. Now calling the matter of the people versus Shelton. Tazar Ward.
Yes.
Okay, ticket number SP 1514895. This is 1 count drive, unregistered, untitled motor vehicle. Count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning, Melissa Vinik. P53750, appearing on behalf of Shelton Tazar War. Mr. War, will you please state your full name for the record?
Shelton Tazar War.
Thank you. Your Honor, the matters here today are set for an arraignment on a bench warrant. We ask for the bench warrant to please be set aside. We stand mute to the charges and ask for a not guilty plea to be entered on behalf of Shelton War.
At this time, the court's going to grant that request. I'll set aside the bench warrant, enter a plea of not guilty on behalf of him, and set that at $0. How are we proceeding today?
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, I've had the opportunity to discuss this matter with the city attorney as well as with Mr. War. Mr. War does understand his trial rights. There is a resolution. Resolution is that Mr. War will be tendering a plea on ticket ending in 4895, count 1. And that is to a reduced charge of improper plates. In exchange for that, count 2 will be dismissed, Your Honor.
All right, if that's the case, sir, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can put your hand down. Did you have a chance to talk to an attorney about your case and about your rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything outside what's been stated today in exchange
No,
for this
Your Honor.
plea? Are
No,
you
Your
pleading
Honor.
guilty? Thank you. Are you pleading guilty of your own choice, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that by taking this guilty plea, that you're going to give up the rights that you had to have a bench or a jury trial in these matters? You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Understanding all of that, did you still want to move forward today?
Yes.
All right, I want to take your attention back to the date of October 25th of 2023. Were you driving a Volkswagen in the area of Puritan and Greenfield in the city of Detroit?
Yes, Your Honor.
And while you're driving that vehicle, was it unregistered at the time?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, counsel?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
All right, stipulation for probable cause on the remaining count to be dismissed.
No stipulate, Your Honor.
So at this time, the court's going to enter a plea to the reduced charge of improper plates. The remaining count will be dismissed. Sir, you started paying on the speeding ticket you had on these tickets. Then you still owe on that ticket. And then you
How
have
much?
3 tickets and collections. You got to
How
pay on
much?
this stuff. So you owe from the ones that are in collection, those are all, that's $864. And then you owe $125 on the speeding ticket. I know. And then collections, listen, they coming for whatever money you got coming back. So I would take care of those. I'm gonna waive his cost and fines on this ticket because he needs to take care of the rest of the stuff that's in collections. You gotta take care of that stuff, sir. They're gonna take your
Okay, I
money.
got you.
And I have seen it.
Dang, I didn't even know
So-
it cost that much.
Yes, that's what happens. They add on late fees and costs when you don't take care of it. So when you don't come and take care of it, they just start adding on fines and fees.
So I gotta pay that when I okay.
You just gotta come down here and figure it all out. I'm not assessing any cost on your on the ticket we just did, because you need to take care of the rest of that stuff. They're gonna take care of it. Either you're gonna come and take care of it willingly, or they're gonna get their money.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Ward, you're all set. Thank you for taking care of this
Thank
today.
you, Your Honor.
Thank
You're
you, Your
welcome.
Honor.
You're welcome. All right, have a good day. We ready on Miss Wright again?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and pronounce your name again for me, ma'am. Your first name?
Nakaya.
Kaya. All right.
Yes.
Recalling the matters of the people versus Nakaya Wright. These matters were previously called on the record. We went off so that council could have an opportunity to speak with the city attorney to obtain an offer on some tickets that were in warrant and default status. May I have your appearance once again for the record, Attorney Soroki?
Alan Soroki, P37441, appear on behalf of the defendant. What's your name for the record, ma'am?
Nakaya, right?
Your Honor, defendant wishes to accept the offer of the prosecution in this matter. And as to the tickets that are on the docket, the no insurance misdemeanor matter will be dismissed, and the failure to disclose CPL will be reduced to civil infraction 28.425F, which is a $100 fine. Doesn't go on their record. The remaining tickets that are in default, we're asking the court to bring them out of default status. The first no insurance misdemeanor ticket, that will be pled to as an improper plates. The second no registration ticket will be pled to as charged. The third no insurance state ticket, which will be reduced to impeding. The fourth matter, additional matter, which expired plates, state will be dismissed, and basic speed law violation state, which is the fifth matter, that matter will be dismissed as the extra matters. She has 7 total tickets that we're handling at this time.
All right. That's the matter. If that's how you want to proceed today, can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. Did you have a chance to talk to an attorney about your case and about your rights?
Yes.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a plea today?
No.
Are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
And do you understand that do you have gum in your mouth?
Yes, I just I just put it there.
Okay. Do you understand that by taking this guilty plea today, that you're gonna give up the rights that you had to have a bench or a jury trial in these matters, ma'am?
Yes.
Understanding all of that, did you still want to move forward today, Ms. Wright?
Yes.
Okay, I want to take your attention back to the date of February 4th of this year, 2024. Were you driving a Toyota vehicle in the area of Ohio Street and Joy Road in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And did you not have any car insurance on that vehicle at that time?
No, it wasn't my vehicle.
So no car insurance, yeah. You gotta watch that, okay? And then counsel, will you stipulate to the 4 corners of the ticket for both of the civil infractions that were on here today?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, stipulation for probable cause on the remaining counts to be dismissed.
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied with this factual basis today, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so at this time, the court's gonna enter a plea to the reduced charge. We're gonna change the civil infraction from the immediately disclosed to the one that's only $100. No insurance will be reduced to improper plates. And I did the violation of the basic speed law because that was the civil infraction on that ticket is being reduced to impeding traffic. Okay, so on the remaining counts will be dismissed. Ms. Wright, the impeding traffic is $175 fine, and the failing to disclose that you were carrying a firearm is $100 fine. That's $275. Typically, you have 14 days to pay civil infractions. Are you gonna need additional time for those, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, how much time are you gonna need?
Uh,
30,
just
60?
just a month. Yeah, like 30 days.
Okay, so 6/3/24 would be when that's due. I'm gonna waive the cost and fines on the improper plate ticket, okay?
Okay.
All right, so you just need to pay that to $275 by June 3rd.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Wright. If there's nothing further, thank you for your patience today. I think we handled all your matters. Stop getting tickets.
I am.
You have a great day.
Thank you.
All
You
right.
too.
You're welcome. Have a good day. Bye-bye, ma'am.
You too.
Let me see if you said it. Who was this person? Attorney Mason, I'm gonna need you for Mr. Wright. I'm gonna call Williams. Are you able to sit for a minute? Just for a second? Or you need to go?
You need me to be downstairs, or is this fine?
Oh, you can be, no, that's fine. I just want you to be able to, I saw you standing up, so I didn't know. I want to catch you before. Timothy Williams. All right. I'm calling the matters of the people versus Timothy Tally Williams. This is ticket SP. I'm gonna just call his ticket numbers. Ticket SP 146680, count 1, 2, and 3. Ticket SP 1467130, count 1. Ticket SP 1283889, count 1. Ticket SP 145230, counts 1, 2, and 3. Ticket SP 1283888, counts 1, 2, and 3. Ticket SP 1411848, counts 1, 2, and 3. Ticket SP 141840, counts 1, 2, and 3. Ticket SX 2454328, counts 1 and 2. Ticket SP 1409983, count 1. Ticket SP 1409982, counts 1 and 2. Appearances for the record, starting with Mr. Williams, who's representing himself. It's okay, Attorney Vinek, he's representing himself.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Mr. Williams, can you state your name for the record, please?
Timothy for the record, here by special visitation.
All right, and this is the date and time set for a final pretrial in this matter. We are scheduled for a jury trial on Monday. Attorney Mason has tendered to the court a witness list in this matter, as well as a special jury instruction served for you to be able to see in this particular matter. And let me ask again for the record, you know, you have the right to have an attorney. Would you like to have an attorney for you in these matters, sir?
Well, for the record, I'm here to serve a default judgment. I serve you, Andy and Mason, the affidavit. Back.
You did, and I'm in receipt. Oh, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. Keep going.
Yes, on the first, and I gave you 15 days. All in, it was 23 days I gave you, and I haven't received a rebuttal. So I served you guys with a default, and I'm here to.
I don't know what a default is. So there's no default judgments in criminal matters. These are criminal matters. So the only default that we have is if you don't appear to answer for a ticket, then the default that goes into place is your failure to answer for a ticket. Once it's established and it's here, I don't have to establish why these are tickets on the docket. That's why they have the jury and the bench trial options for you. These have been matters that have been, unless there's been a motion about a formally written motion about illegal stop or some constitutional violation, these tickets are considered to be valid and true.
No, I answered an affidavit of non-corporate existence.
So Mr. Williams, the answer to the question today is whether you're going to trial on Monday or not. That's all I'm here for.
Well, you guys haven't rebutted My affidavit.
Mr.
You
Williams,
guys haven't-
again, I'm gonna say, Mr. Williams, again. The question for today is whether you're going to trial on Monday or not. That's all. I have officers present. I have officers Evans present. I have Officer McCree present. I don't know if Officer Bush is coming as well, but they are here today to know whether or not they're going to be ready for trial on Monday. We set this jury trial out a long time ago for this trial on Monday. So are we
And you
going
say
to
what
trial?
officers? What officer?
We have Officer Evans and Officer McCree present today.
And Judge, I have
Bush
Officer
is here.
Nunley. He's trying to check in right now. Faison Nunley.
Officer
Okay.
Bush is here also.
Thank you, Officer Bush.
Good
I
morning.
didn't see. Good morning. Oh, it's Evans Williams.
Right.
Okay, say thank you, Officer Bush.
Okay, we go
All
to
right.
trial.
Okay, so Monday we go to trial. Do you have a witness list or no, it's just you, Mr. Williams?
Yes, I have 3 witnesses.
Okay, I need to know their names. They need to be provided to counsel. So you have to write them down and do a witness list.
Okay.
Mr. Williams, can you just
I'll give
email
Mr.
me that? We've
Prosecutor.
been emailing, Your Honor. He has my
Okay.
email and I have his. So you can email me those witnesses and I'll amend my witness list as well, Mr. Williams, so you'll know who mine are as well.
Okay.
All right. All right. So it's at 9:30 a.m. We'll start to get that jury picked on Monday. Oh, and there's also, all right. So now I have a whole slew of officers who are checked in. Officers, this is a jury trial. So it's an in-person jury trial on Monday. In-person jury trial on Monday, 9:30 a.m. at courtroom 337 at 36th District Court this Monday. And once we get the jury all sworn in, then we will proceed with testimony that day, hopefully in the afternoon. Anything else for you, Mr. Williams? I know I'm glad to hear y'all been talking back and forth through email so that we can make sure we're ready to push forward on Monday. Anything else you want to say for the record, Mr. Williams?
No, that'll be it.
Okay. All right. Attorney Mason, do you have anything for the record?
I just want to get a tally of my officers who are present today, just to make sure. I've got Officer Nunley, Officer Bush, Officer Evans, Officer Faison. Nunley. I'm sorry, I said Nunley, Evans, Bush, McCree. Anybody I'm missing? Okay. And Mr. Williams, I will amend my witness list for you, and I'll email that over to you.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, then that is the remaining tickets. Are we
We all set?
with those, Attorney Mason, or no? Today, or are we waiting until Monday?
Yeah, any officers that are not here today, Your Honor, we can dispense with those tickets.
I appreciate that. So that is a few tickets. That's gonna be ticket number SP 1283889, SP 1283888, SP 1411848, and SX 2454328. Those officers did not appear today. I know it's just the final pretrial, so I'll just put that. I won't necessarily mark them absent.
What
tickets remain, Mr. Williams? Okay, let me tell you, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a drive unregistered, untitled motor vehicle and drove while unlicensed, and a no proof of insurance. That's one officer. The next officers are open alcohol driver, tinted windows, no seat belt, no driver's license, no insurance, untitled motor vehicle. And then the final officer is going to be drive unregistered motor vehicle, no insurance, no license ever acquired, and tinted windows. Okay.
And Your Honor, if I may interject, since he does have an email, I can copy those tickets and email them over to him so that
Please.
he can have them. I'll come down and
Thank
get those. And I will
appreciate
email
it.
those tickets over to you, Mr. Williams.
So
Okay.
that way
And
you can see
for
what
the
the
record,
tickets
can
say.
we are we able to argue these matters right now, or are we going to trial? Is
You
it
said you
possible we
want to
can?
have a trial. What you want?
Yeah,
You
but
want
I'm
to talk
saying
to
like
Attorney Mason?
what was that?
I said you want to talk to Attorney Mason just briefly in a breakout room and see if y'all can resolve any of the tickets.
Well, we was just emailing, and I don't know if it meant anything to her, so that's why I'm willing to just take it to trial. And
Well, because you can't say I just want you to dismiss it because I'm not a citizen. That's not gonna work. Or I just want
Oh
you to
no, that's
dismiss
not
it.
it. I got laws stating that all this is frivolous, but I'm saying, can we argue this right now, or do we
A
can we
lot of
resolve
people
it
will say
today?
the
Or
laws are frivolous. Well, yes, if you have some argument that you would like to make, you can make it that way. I can rule, and that way we can go to, if we're gonna move forward to trial, we can go to trial. 1 second though, off the record, just for one moment. Christopher Williams, can you hear me? Because Attorney Bynick or Attorney Zaranik, he's been trying to sign on. He's on his phone. I'm trying to get him to mute *6 so someone can talk to him. *6, sir. *6. Christopher Williams, hit *6 on your phone. *6, sir. You need.
Your Honor,
Yes, Attorney Soroki.
yeah, if you like, I could speak to Mr. Timothy Williams in a breakout room for a few minutes, explain the legal system to him.
Yes, can you?
no, sir.
Do you want to make your argument first, Mr. Williams, or do you want Attorney Soroki? Just he wants to give you a little feedback. That way you'll be prepared for Monday's trial. No? All right. He doesn't want it, Attorney Soroki. Thank you, though. I appreciate you.
Okay, very good.
Okay. All right. We're going to try and call that gentleman who called in the meantime. Back on the record in the matter of the people versus Timothy Williams. Can I have appearances? First Attorney Mason, then Mr. Williams.
For the record, Your Honor, Diachiku Mason, City of Detroit, 43471.
All right. Mr. Williams.
Yes, Timothy before the court, hereby special appearance as a state citizen, not a U.S. citizen.
Okay. Changes every time. All right, you want to make a motion or you want to make an argument as to these tickets? You can go ahead at this time, Mr. Williams.
Okay, for the record, hold on. For the record, Shapiro versus Thompson states that all citizens must be free to travel throughout the United States, uninhibited by statutes, rules, or regulations, which unreasonable burden or restrict movement. Did you get that?
I'm listening. I'm just writing down. You see, I got my notepad.
Okay.
I'm writing down notes.
And then Murdoch versus Pennsylvania, the Supreme Court decided that a state cannot arbitrarily or erroneously convert a secure liberty, in this case, the secure right to travel, into a privilege and charge of or issue a hold on. A state can't arbitrarily or erroneously convert a secure liberty into a privilege and issue a license and a fee for it, meaning we don't need license or insurance to travel throughout the land. And Murdoch versus Pennsylvania states no state convert secure liberty to a privilege. No, Shuttlesworth versus Pennsylvania. No, Shuttlesworth versus Birmingham, Alabama. You can ignore the license and engage in the right with impunity if you happen to have a license. And back to Murdoch versus Pennsylvania, no state may convert a secure liberty into a privilege. So no state has a right to require you to have a license. Hold on.
Okay, so that's your argument as far as no state can force you to have a license
Require.
because it's a constitutional right to travel.
Which is our First Amendment.
Travel. Okay. You know,
And
security
that's
versus time.
Murdoch versus Pennsylvania.
He was in prison arguing about the vaccination. You know, that's part of what Shakira versus Thompson was talking about, right?
No.
Back to the zoning court.
Shapiro versus Thompson.
Yes. If I'm looking at the right one, you're talking about Shakir versus Thompson, Sergeant Thompson?
Shapiro versus Thompson.
Shakir Rowland?
Shapiro. Shapiro versus Thompson.
You're not feeling.
And then Murdoch versus Pennsylvania states that no state can convert a secure liberty into a privilege.
Hello.
Hello? Is this you,
Yeah,
Mr. Christopher Williams?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let me put you into a breakout room so that you can speak with an attorney about your case today.
Yes, ma'am.
Put them in breakout room number 5. Attorney Binick, if you don't mind, or Attorney Soroki, either one.
I'll take him. That's fine. Let's see.
Okay.
She already beat me. Okay.
Yeah.
Judge, if I can put Christopher Bush in a breakout room, talk to him right quick. Or
You can. I'm reading this case. So this right to travel was about a welfare case, Mr. Williams, where she wanted to go to a different state. And they told her that because she didn't have established residency in that she was going to be denied services.
Right, and that violated her.
Right, because it's talking
right
about services. She needed to take care of her child. She was 19 and she was pregnant.
But you avoiding the effects of the case. Even though that she filed a lawsuit against the state for denying her privileges, but the Supreme Court ruled that the Supreme Court ruled that can't happen because that also be violating her right to travel throughout the states, throughout the land.
Receive the benefits that she needs in order to take care of herself and her child.
Yes, but you're missing the argument that the Supreme Court has stated. That'll be violating her First Amendment right. Life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Travel. You see that ruling? I don't want you to miss that fact. That's what they ruled.
They said the closest the Supreme Court has come to overturning Shapiro Thomas was in 1995 with Anderson versus Green, California Welfare and Interstate Code annotated section instituted a 1-year residency requirement for welfare aid, violating Shapiro versus Thompson. Both lower courts in California affirmed that it violated Shapiro versus Thompson and granted the injunction. I'm sorry. Due to the procedural issue, California's residency requirement never went into effect, creating no justifiable controversy action and no actual issuance for the court to rule on. Whether they receive a waiver from the Secretary of Health or Human Services to set aside Shapiro versus Thompson, making the residency requirement pseudo-legal, the waiver was challenged again, and it's holding that the state court and the Secretary of HHS had not adequately considered public comment on the issues. So this just talks solely about, even talks about the social impact. The social impact and the legal impact is that you can go different places, and we as the governments of each state still have a requirement to take care of those citizens within our state. This is about welfare. Yeah, this is about the welfare system and the ability for people. You cannot stop people from traveling. I don't see anything in here about a driver's license.
Look, the decision of the court.
Right, she has the right to go places.
Look, the court reaffirmed the right to travel under the 14th Amendment Privilege and Immunities Clause in Suez versus Roe. So they conferred it to another case. But the conclusion of a case like that would be violating her right to travel. It have something to do with the welfare, but it's violating her right to travel.
It's all about that. Because the reason why we can't prohibit her from being able to travel or to go to another state is because then they're saying once she gets to that state, she has to establish some type of residency. And what they're saying is that if she doesn't have that residency, she wouldn't get the services needed. And so they're saying you can't say, oh, you can't go to this state and not get the stuff that you need to take care of yourself and your family just because you're not. I can't stop her. I can't say you can't move to this state and then we're going to block everything. I can't do that. Right. This is not about a license.
Which will violate the right to travel.
No.
That was the decision of the court. I'm not making that up.
You aren't, but you're not understanding what their decision was based on. Yes, you have the right to travel, but this is concerning services.
So if I chose to carry a weapon, I will be bearing arms.
If you chose to carry a weapon in the state of in Illinois, that's an automatic. You're not allowed to carry weapons at all in the state of Illinois unless you're a law enforcement officer. So if you traveled over the state lines and you went to Illinois and you tried to carry a gun, they would tell you no.
But that's irrelevant, Your Honor. We're talking about the state of Michigan. I have a right to bear arms, but you will call it receiving and concealing. But the Constitution of Michigan states that I can bear arms, but
because once again, and we had this conversation already, the states can make stuff more, the localities can make stuff, they can, and it's a state law anyways, but they can be harsher than the U.S. Constitution, but they can do something that would take away from the U.S. Constitution. So they're not taking away your right to bear arms, they're just putting parameters around that right. And recently it was challenged at the Court of Appeals when someone tried to say that the people have the right to bear arms and that seeing a bulge or doing stuff like that didn't equate to it. And the Court of Appeals has said and ruled that does give probable cause for an officer to ask about whether or not they have the licensing because the state has determined that they need to have the licensing. So if the state determines that there needs to be a certain licensing in place and that rule or that is violated, then that has to go forward.
But that's kind of irrelevant.
Okay.
And like Murdoch versus Pennsylvania, say no state can convert a secure liberty into a privilege. Our secure liberty, First Amendment is the right to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness.
Mm-hmm.
Right to travel throughout the United States of America.
Right.
Freely and unencumbered. We're not causing harm to anybody. We just obeying the constitutional rights, exercising our constitutional rights, which is the court is here to help protect them. I'm relying on the constitutional rights. I'm not just out here willfully nilly, like United States versus Bishop. United States versus Bishop.
But you are, because you're only taking the part that you want to be applied to you. So you are out here willy-nilly. Because if you were following, no. If you were following everything, you would want to follow everything and all the rules that were put into place. So all that
No, I'm following laws, not
following
rules.
what you want to follow. And that's no. We talked about how that leads to anarchy. People can't do whatever they want to do. They say that I can follow only this. That's no. That's like me coming one day and saying, I want to practice law and I want to be a judge, and I haven't gone through any of the things to become a judge. That's not how it works.
I see how you
I
put
can't
it,
sit
but
up
that's
here with a
not.
fake P number. They wouldn't let me do that.
I see how you put it, but that's not true. What about Title 18 USC Section 241?
Mr. Williams, do you want a trial on Monday or not? You can't argue this stuff to the
I want to go
jury.
to trial, but I can't.
Okay. You can't argue this stuff to the jury. You can argue that maybe something, making sure that they didn't check the things, like you have to follow the law. I have to treat you as an attorney in that place on Monday. So I have to treat that you know how to practice and go about the way of law. And these different things, like you can't just give the jury cases and stuff like that. That's not what it's going to be about. And you'll most likely end up with objections that I'll have to sustain, because it's going to be talking about the facts of these particular cases where the officers came today to show up. So it has to stick to those things about what the officers came to argue about, or what Attorney Mason will make the argument for, and the officers came to testify about.
What are they testifying about?
About these different stops.
Which is unlawful.
Different tickets. Okay. Well, I gave you plenty of time to write a motion about unlawful, and you did not want to. So
that's
now we're here.
Permission. I gave you affidavits stating the facts, what you needed, and
exactly. And the facts are to be argued before a jury. If they differ from these facts that on the tickets, we're here to talk about these tickets. I've already made my ruling long ago that they had the right to stop, and that these tickets are the tickets for which they wrote them for.
Yes, they have a right to stop persons, but I'm not a person. I'm a human being. I have no contract with the Secretary of State. I'm traveling. I'm not driving. I'm not driving for gain or profit. I'm going to point A to point B, not violating nobody's rights. I'm just traveling freely, like I'm exercising my constitutional rights. Like Title 18 USC Section 241. Can you look that up?
We talked about, I let you have a whole hour of time to discuss all of these previously, Mr. Williams. We talked about all of these, and at the end, I made the ruling that the court did have jurisdiction and that the officers could write tickets.
You haven't explained jurisdiction.
I don't have to explain anything. It's not my job to explain it.
But you said you did explain, but you didn't.
But I said I allowed you to explain it. Do you need to pull it up on YouTube?
But the burden is on the prosecutor.
Right, not on me. I'm the court. I just call balls and strikes.
And the prosecutor cannot state how she has jurisdiction.
Okay, Attorney Mason, do you want to state how you have jurisdiction over these matters?
Statute provides us with the jurisdiction over this matter. The statutes and the laws of the court provide us the jurisdiction over these matters.
That's subject.
I am empowered by the state. I am empowered by my bar card, which has been submitted to the state of Michigan. I'm empowered by the city of Detroit.
But she's still not stating. I got to object to that because she's not stating how she has jurisdiction over.
She's telling you it's by the statutes. The statutes that were given.
Statutes is not law.
Okay.
I'm obeying by the law.
So you want us to call them laws? Laws are statutes. They're the same thing. It's just a fancy way of saying laws. Statutes are just a fancy way of saying laws.
Statutes are persuasive. Laws are mandatory.
Mr. These are laws. Okay, statutes are laws. That's just a fancy way of saying laws.
Yeah, they derive from the law.
At
You
this
got
point, Your Honor,
laws and you got rules and regulations.
I'm going to just make a motion that uh, that these matters have already been resolved. That the court has previously stated that the trial was set forth regarding the facts of the incidents that have arisen, and that the witnesses will testify only to the facts regarding the tickets.
What are the
And-
facts?
The facts are the things on the ticket. So you have to research the law and find out exactly what each one is to show.
According to Michigan Vehicle Code 257-744A, police officers knowingly police officers who knowingly make a false statement on the citation is unlawful.
Okay.
I travel with a passport. My ID been canceled since 2018, so none of that is true.
Just because you cancel your ID, and this is the last argument for today, and then we're just gonna have trial on Monday. Just because you cancel your ID doesn't mean now you have the right to drive in the state of Michigan. That's not the law of this state. When you avail yourselves of the roads, the lights, the streets, the anything, once you take part on those items, then you automatically allow yourself to avail yourself to any laws that are being taken place, any statutes that are being taken place, any codes that are taking place. All of those now become active, whether you want them to or not. There's no, I don't want them to.
They become active when you agree to the stipulations.
You don't have to agree. It does not say that. We have stuff called strict liability crimes. And those are crimes that automatically kick into place whether you agree for them or not. And that's what these are. Whether you agree or not, they are things that must happen. So
I agree that certain people, I agree.
9:30. I'll see everybody at 9:30. Listen, either you're gonna take care of these things.
Certain persons need to be governed, but everybody is not to be governed. Certain people know how to govern ourselves. So
that's right.
Judge, I'll come down and pick up the tickets and copy them.
Okay, thank you. That concludes this hearing.
So we all set?
Yes, I'll see you Monday at 9:30 in person for your trial, okay?
All right.
Jury trial, all right. Are you ready on who's ready on Mr. Williams?
I spoke with him. However, I just wanted to speak with Miss DM Mason. I believe that there's a duplicate ticket on the same date. So I just want to make sure. Miss Mason, can we just go in a breakout room briefly?
Breakout room 1.
Thanks.
Oh, Attorney Soroki, did you do Miss Deanna Weaver? She was on, and then I don't know what happened. Was she gonna take a plea today?
Yeah, she was going to take a plea, but I didn't handle it. Her case never got called.
Yeah, because she never she logged off and didn't log back on.
Okay. Well,
so
one of the defendants was in the hair salon half the morning.
Well, it happened. So we might just have to give her a new date. You can hang on if you want to until Attorney Vinek is finished, or you can log off, Attorney. It's up to you, okay?
Okay, have a good day, everybody. Thank
you too. Have a great day, okay?
Bye-bye.
Officer Nunley, I'll see you Monday in person, unless you want to hang out with me.
I think I'm gonna hang out.
Okay, just go ahead and hang out with me.
No, I'm playing. All right, I'll catch you Monday, Your Honor.
Get yourself ready for Monday. God bless.
God bless you too.
Okay, I got to pay for improper play. On some shit I ain't do. I don't know how much the improper play gonna call me.
Mr. Williams, you are live on my courtroom. You just having all kinds of side conversation. You already came on late.
I sorry, Miss Boss.
Did you have a chance to talk to him, or do you need to talk? It's okay, Mr. Williams. Did you have a chance to talk to him, or did you need to talk some more to him on your offer?
I don't know how much you gonna hit me across the head with. How much is it gonna cost me?
I don't know yet, so I need to know what's being pled, but I have to talk to the attorney first and make sure she finished speaking.
I'm taking no improper play. With this, I want to grab my truck, but I'm gonna go ahead and please, go ahead. You just go ahead and tell me how much that plate, no improper plate.
These are misdemeanor matters, so you have to be present. So hold on a second, Attorney Biden, did you have an opportunity to finish talking to him, or do you need him back in the room?
I do. But I put him back in the room. Let me just explain to him real briefly.
Okay. Okay, please. Thank you. I appreciate you. Room number 2.
Yeah. Thank you.
Judge, I'm gonna come down and get those tickets.
Thank
did I leave my charge down there?
Mr. Williams, you gotta stop talking to everybody else. You still on court.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I apologize. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now calling the matter of the people versus Christopher Terrell Williams. This is ticket number 317634, failure to produce evidence of insurance. Ticket number 317633, count 1, unregistered motor vehicle. Count 2, improper plate. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Yes, Your Honor, for the record, Melissa Vinek, P53750, appearing on behalf of Christopher Williams. Mr. Williams, will you please state your name for the record?
My name is Christopher Terrell Williams.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I just for the record, I think that there was an improper typo on it. For 341, I have no registration as my ticket in the docket. If you look at it on the register, I believe it also says no registration. There's no vehicle listed, but it doesn't say anything about insurance. So I just wanted to put that on the record. But
thank you.
Yeah, today's matters are set for a pretrial hearing. Discuss this matter both with Mr. Christopher Williams as well as with the city attorney. Your Honor, Mr. Williams does understand his trial rights. At this time, there is a resolution, and the resolution is that Mr. Williams will be tendering a plea on ticket ending in 331 to a reduced charge of improper plates. Ticket ending in 332 and 341 will be dismissed, Your Honor.
If that's the case and you want to take advantage of that, sir, please raise your right hand.
Yes, ma'am. I wear my right hand. I got it right now.
Thank you. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can put your hand down, sir. Did you have a chance to talk to Attorney Vinek about your case and about your rights?
Yes, I did.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything outside of what she stated today on the record in exchange for this plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty of your own choice today, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand that by taking this guilty plea, that you're going to give up the rights that you had to have a bench or a jury trial in these matters? You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Understanding all of this, did you still want to move forward today?
Yes, ma'am. I want to move forward.
Okay, I want to take your attention back to the date of, this is going to be March 12th of this year, 2024. Were you driving a Ford vehicle in the area of Prairie and Puritan Streets in the city of Detroit?
Yes, ma'am.
And while you were driving in this area, was your vehicle not registered with the Secretary of State's office at the time?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, satisfied, counsel?
Satisfied, Your Honor. Yes.
All right, stipulation for probable cause on the remaining counts to be dismissed?
So stipulate, Your Honor.
All right, so at this time, the court's going to enter a plea to the reduced charge, improper plates. The remaining 2 tickets will be dismissed. So you know you have some money owed through the collection agency for OWBI from a while ago? Okay, well, you have $107 that you owe, just so you know.
Okay,
right.
That would be paid.
Okay, my fine today is $200. How long will that take you to pay? 30 or 60 days?
60 days to be good for me.
Okay, so that's due no later than July 3rd, sir. July 3rd.
July 3rd. I'm writing it down now, Miss Ball.
Yes, thank you. Okay. Yes, sir. Okay, Miss Judge.
July 3rd. Yeah, hey, that's waiting for you to give you money.
All right. So make sure you have that paid by July 3rd, okay, sir?
Yep.
Okay. All right. There's nothing further. You're all set. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.